Hey everybody, it's Matty here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Friday. Hope you're having a fantastic one. And yes, it's true, hell has frozen over because JP Morgan is issuing a US bank-backed cryptocurrency. We're going to be talking about this today. We're going to be taking a look at the hypocritical things that Jamie Dimon has said in the past. There's all kinds of coverage on this JPM coin, it's being dubbed. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at why they are doing this kind of initiative. And HSBC has some hints as to why that may be, because they're seeing incredible value adds by using blockchain technology. So it's no doubt that eventually these organizations like the HSBCs of the world, like the JP Morgans of the world, will avail themselves of this tech. And that translates into cost savings. The same goes for Baidu. They're launching a blockchain operating system for decentralized application development. We'll take a look and let you guys know what that is all about. There's news out of South Korea's largest telecom company. We'll briefly take a look at that and then end the newscast today with this regulated Fiat-to-Crypto exchange that's aiming to gamify trading with ERC1155 tokens. But let's begin here with an Altcoin Buzz IO tweet. So this was from just a little bit earlier. JP Morgan US bank-backed cryptocurrency in trials. A fraction of the $6 trillion daily wholesale payments will happen over JPM Coin, digital token created by the bank to instantly settle payments. And Bitcoin is a fraud because it's not backed by a bank. Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of chatter out there. There's a lot of news, obviously, on the fact that this JP Morgan coin seems to be a real thing now. Crypto people out there are kind of losing it, and it's a funny situation. Some people are very excited about it, others not so much. But the thing about the coin, as far as we understand right now, is that it's a stable coin for internal trade, meaning that it's more of a business to business of what we've been able to gather so far. And this means that it's most likely not going to be accessible to the general public. It's not something that you're going to be able to buy and trade on Binance. So at the moment, I don't know where it's headed. I can't really pontificate on that in any great detail, but it seems like it's going to be an internal XRP of sorts from all of the descriptions and all of the reports I've read about so far. So as long as their coin, though, cannot be traded against Bitcoin, personally, I think I'm okay. I think most of the Altcoin Buzz team is okay with that, because if that's the case, then it's highly susceptible to manipulation, right? So let's read on about this. This has been covered pretty extensively by just about everybody, including CNBC. We're going to come back to this page in just a moment. I want to remind you guys of, this is a bit of a setup as to what the JPM coin is all about, with some quotes here, selected quotes by Jamie Dimon, of course, who heads up the bank.
It's a cryptocurrency, but it's backed by one of the world's biggest banks. It's going to be a walled garden. Not the public can't use it. Only people who are institutional clients who've been vetted for KYC, anti-money laundering, can use it.
I could care less what Bitcoin trades for, how it trades, why it trades, who trades it. If you're stupid enough to buy it, you'll pay the price for it one day. I could care less about Bitcoin. I don't know why I said anything about it. The blockchain is a technology, which is a good technology. We actually use it. It will be used for a lot of different things. God bless the blockchain. Cryptocurrencies and digital currencies, I think, are also fine. JP Morgan moves $6 trillion around the world every day. We don't do it in cash. It's done digitally. If it can be done digitally with the blockchain, so be it.
So there you have it. In retrospect, it's interesting to assess his comments because he did kind of point to blockchain as a promising technology, even despite all of his negative comments when it came to Bitcoin. But here's what CNBC has to say. JP Morgan is rolling out the first US bank-backed cryptocurrency to transform payments business. Engineers at the lender have created the JPM Coin, a digital token that will be used to instantly settle transactions between clients of its wholesale payments business. And remember, while Jamie Dimon has bashed Bitcoin as a fraud, the bank chief and his managers have consistently said blockchain and regulated digital currencies held promise. Here you have a quote by Umar Farouk. He's the head of JP Morgan's blockchain projects. It's an interesting department to note that they even have in the first place. But quote, "So anything that currently exists in the world As that moves onto the blockchain, this would be the payment leg for that transaction. The applications are frankly quite endless. Anything where you have a distributed ledger which involves corporations or institutions can use this. We've gone over a little bit of Jamie Dimon's previous Bitcoin bashing, but if you want to read more about it, there's a section here in the article. Let's get down to the utility of the JPM coin. According to Farouk, there are really 3 applications for it. So first, international payments for large corporate clients, which now typically happens using wire transfers between financial institutions on decades-old networks like SWIFT. Brad Garlinghouse talked about this when we covered XRP. We reminded you guys that he had an interview, I think it was also with CNBC, and he talked about really how using SWIFT, using traditional banking, it's more advantageous to get on a flight from New York to London, England, and physically transfer cash with you, to hold it in your lap, get on a flight, and transfer it by hand. That's faster than traditional banking systems. They're completely out of date. The second early application for the JPM coin is for securities transactions. So in April, JP Morgan tested a debt insurance on the blockchain, creating a virtual simulation of a $150 million certificate of deposit for a Canadian bank. Rather than relying on wires to buy the insurance, resulting in a time gap between settling the transaction and being paid for it, institutional investors can use the JP Morgan token, resulting in instant settlements. And the final application would be for huge corporations that use JP Morgan's treasury services business to replace the dollars they hold in subsidiaries across the world. Unseen by retail customers, the business handles a significant chunk of the world's regulated money flows for companies from Honeywell International to Facebook, moving dollars for activities like employee and supplier payments. It generated $9 billion in revenue last year for the bank. Money sloshes back and forth all over the world in a large enterprise, Farouk said. Is there a way to ensure that a subsidiary can represent cash on the balance sheet without having to actually wire it to the unit? That way, they can consolidate their money and probably get better rates for it. We're going to link to all this, of course, guys, in the description below. If it interests you, this is being covered just about by everybody. Cointelegraph.com here. JP Morgan Chase to launch JPM Coin using crypto to speed settlements. And on CoinDesk here, JP Morgan has own crypto and it's starting real-world trials. I'd be very interested to know about the XRP community's reaction to this. It's no surprise that many of you in the altcoin buzz army are very fervent and very loyal XRP supporters. Do you think this is a threat to one of your favorite coins, one of your favorite projects? Do you think that with the heft, with the weight of JP Morgan, they could really come in and dominate the space? I think the details are kind of scant at the moment. It's hard to predict one way or the other, but this could really be a game changer. And whether or not you're into the JP Morgan coin, I don't think it's something that we're going to be able to trade against Bitcoin. At least that's my initial impression. But this is the sort of thing that legitimizes the space. Excuse my French, but so many people were crapping on Bitcoin for so long and blockchain technology in general, all throughout 2018. I mean, it was just a bombardment of never-ending FUD. For JP Morgan to come in and say, hey, we slosh around those $6 trillion, and this is the sort of thing that we could really benefit from, I think a lot of people are going to take a second look, which is encouraging, if nothing else. And here's an example of exactly why JP Morgan are pursuing what they're pursuing. This with HSBC. An executive with them says using blockchain slashed Forex trading costs by 25%. It's all about the bottom line. And if you can save 25% as a major multinational corporation, you're going to do it. Speaking to Reuters, Mark Williamson, Chief Operating Officer of Foreign Exchange Cash Trading and Risk Management, who oversees the blockchain project, said that its HSBC Foreign Exchange Everywhere platform saved it 25% as compared with traditional methods. So last month, the bank announced it had settled more than $250 billion in transactions using its HSBC FX Everywhere platform. Williamson said, we're able to demonstrate that this is not a one-off proof of concept or just one or two traders. That is a lot of money to be dealing with, and to be able to shave off even, a fraction of a percentage point is massive, let alone 25%. So it's no surprise to me that the HSBCs of the world and the JP Morgans are looking to cut costs if and when they can, and blockchain seems to be a pretty viable solution. So read more about this. We'll link to it in the description below. In other quick news now, Baidu launches blockchain operating system for DApp development. The company is aiming to make DApp development, quote, as simple as creating a mobile app. So if you're not familiar with it, Baidu is a Chinese search engine. It's the giant in China. It's really like the Google of that country. And they've launched Baidu Blockchain Engine, BBE, an operating system for the development of decentralized applications, otherwise known as DApps. Officially announced by Baidu Cloud on the 14th of February, the new platform is built on ABC technology strategy by leveraging functionalities of artificial intelligence, big data, and cloud computing. According to the announcement, the Baidu Blockchain Lab has designed the platform primarily based on 6 functions: trusted computing environment, high performance and high throughput, scalable storage, cross-chain trusted interaction, general intelligent contract, and contract security audit. In closing, Baidu is one of the largest tech companies in China and often touted as the Chinese version of Google. It is investing heavily in emerging technologies like AI and the Internet of Things, and of course blockchain, which is no exception. And just a reminder to the Tron fans out there, recently Baidu partnered with Tron to develop cloud-based blockchain solutions. The bricks are being laid, guys, slowly, one by one, but they are laying down the foundation. South Korea's largest telecom company is also developing local crypto, according to a report. So their leading telecommunications company, KT Corporation, has been selected to develop a local cryptocurrency in the South Korean city of Gimpo. Local media outlet ZDNet Korea reports. That's from February 14th. The crypto is going to be called K Token, and it's reportedly going to be introduced in April after a pilot project is carried out next month. The city plans to issue 11 billion won, which is just under $10 million US worth of the currency per year, which includes budgets for various social services and development projects. You guys can read more about this. What I find is very interesting is the nature of the project. It's not really being done at a private level. It doesn't have a Silicon Valley feel to it from what we've just read. It's really something that's backed by at least the municipal, perhaps larger levels of government, and is reminiscent a little bit of what's happening, at least to me, with Icon. So that's pretty cool. If you want to read more about that, and if you're blessed and lucky enough to be able to read Korean, you can check out the original reporting here on ZDNet Korea. We will link to this in the description below. And finally, on altcoinbuzz.io, an article by Sebastian, regulated Fiat-to-Crypto exchange to gamify trading with ERC1155 tokens. So Kriptomat has announced plans to use the Engine platform to integrate next generation Ethereum-based ERC1155 tokens to increase user retention and acquisition. It's the first time a cryptocurrency exchange has announced the adoption of blockchain-based virtual items to gamify its user experience. If you've not heard of Kriptomat, it's a regulated European fiat-to-cryptocurrency exchange with features and usability designed to compete with Coinbase. They will natively integrate the ERC1155 tokens into their platform, which will allow users to receive trading points, referral rewards, collectibles, and gaming items, which will provide trading discounts. A couple of important videos here down below if you have time to check them out. How to buy cryptocurrencies with Euro. So that's the Kriptomat guide. You can also check out this video here. What is ENG Engine and how does it work? So in conclusion, to celebrate their adoption of the Engine platform, Kriptomat is hosting a giveaway of Kriptomat Founders tokens to all participants. This exclusive collection of tokens will enable holders to take advantage of perpetual rewards and future giveaways. For more information, visit the Kriptomat Telegram group. A lot of news today on this Friday. So with that, everybody, do be sure you're following us for the latest updates on all the regular social media. Our last video is here for you to check out. Make sure you're also checking out our website, altcoinbuzz.io. If you choose to invest on this Friday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, hey, best of luck, but have a great end to your week, a great start to your weekend, and we do hope to see you guys again soon in our next video. Take care.